Hello, guys. This is your captain speaking. This is Jamie from the Life of Gaming podcast, and today I'm going to do a little Let's Play of Don't Starve. We actually did a episode recently all about indie games, and this is one that I just absolutely love and talked about a lot on the show. I guess to get started, we'll just show you the intro here, so you sort of know what's going on before we hop into the game. Okay, so there's the introduction video. One thing I love about this game is that art style. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start a new game today. I actually just bought this on Xbox One. I also have this on Wii U. This is an awesome game. I'm going to turn off the extra DLC here so we don't have to worry about that for today. So today I'll show you a little bit about why I love Don't Starve. If it turns out good enough, maybe I'll do a couple of these and we can... Well, I guess here we go. Okay, I'm awake now. The point of Don't Starve is pretty much what the title says. You don't want to starve. So what I'm doing right now, I'm just gathering resources. The first few days is all about gathering resources to survive. Because what you want to do, you want to get sticks, you want to get rocks, and you want to build a fire. So I'm going around right now collecting sticks. Eventually, you'll be able to craft things. So I'm kind of like Minecraft. You can make axes and you can make shovels and all that stuff. So let's wander around here and see what we can find. Now, one thing I really love about this game, every time you play it, the world is randomly generated, so you're never playing the same world twice, which is awesome. And as you play, and you're collecting resources, I'm collecting grass and sticks and all that, the whole point of the game is to see how long you can last. And the longer you survive, the more experience points you get. So even if you die, which means you go back to ground zero, what's going to happen? You get experience, which unlocks new characters, so you find new ways to play, which is awesome. And the landscape is always varied, so who knows what we're going to come across here. Now, those big rocks you see, eventually you'll be able to get a pickaxe and break those. There's certain resources that are very hard to find. Gold is one of them. See there, I went ahead and crafted an axe. So hopefully I can start chopping down trees and getting some wood, because eventually in the top right corner there is a day meter, a day, evening, and night meter. If it turns into night and you don't have a fire, you will die. The other meters up there, the yellow one is your stomach. You have to make sure you eat, because if you don't eat, obviously you'll die. And one is your sanity, and one is kind of like your strength or your defense, because enemies do attack you as well. If you spend too much time in the darkness, that takes your sanity down. Your health goes down, or your stomach goes down just over time, just from not eating. So that's one reason I have to gather berries and seeds and things like that. Now this is actually pretty lucky. I actually found a lot of gold here. Gold is very hard to find. You need that to build what's called the science machine. That's pretty much your main goal right from the start. One of your early goals, I should say. Because once you build the science machine, you can build many more things. But let me go ahead and get some more resources here first. One thing you may know Klei Entertainment for, they've done quite a few other games. Last generation they did Shank, Shank 2. They also did Mark of the Ninja. So those are other awesome games if you haven't checked those out. I mean, I know they're doing backwards compatibility on Xbox One, so hopefully they'll bring that around. You never know. Well, that's kind of weird. Let's see what's over here. Evil flowers, that's nice. And a gnome. One thing with this game, though, you can actually examine things. Oh, it's turning the evening here. Okay, we got to build a fire. Otherwise, we're going to be in big trouble. So what I'm doing, I'm pulling up my menu here. There's all the different options I currently have available. So I'm going to go ahead and build a fire. Now, you can kind of see that circle of light around my character. Once it turns into pitch black, into full evening, then you really don't want to leave that ring of light. Right now, I kind of have a little bit of leeway I can go through. I'm adding resources to my fire here to make that circle larger. You can throw almost anything into the fire to make it bigger. One thing you don't want to do not make the fire too big. If you do that, it will kind of take over and it'll burn everything, and then you're really in trouble. Okay, let me go see if I can find a few more things here. Now those birds you see landing, eventually I will be able to set traps. You can set them for the birds. You'll see some rabbits hopefully pretty soon. Pretty much all those animals you can catch and kill and cook over your fire. They'll give you more health than, say, the berries or the seeds or anything like that. Never have enough wood. Now, one thing I will say as I'm cutting down this tree, you need to be careful of your resources. One thing that's going to happen, once you use up those resources, they are gone. So unless you go and plant more trees, or you need to plant more trees. Use those pine cones you find to plant more trees. If you don't, they will not grow back. So part of the game is kind of balancing what you have, because the first time you play, you'll probably go around and just grab every resource you have. You think, I need to stock up, but eventually that could bite you, because like I said, the trees don't grow back. The food that you carry will eventually go bad. As you can see at the bottom, I've got certain items that look green right now. Over time, that green's going to disappear and turn to yellow, and then it'll turn to red, and then it's no good anymore. It just turns to garbage in your bag. So you need to be careful of your resources. That's one of the most important things in this game. Now that it's nighttime, I just need to kind of wait around and make sure my fire doesn't die. Only being the first night, you really don't have to worry too much. I mean, if you go out too far, you will get attacked. Sometimes things may attack you even at your campfire, so you gotta be careful. And while I'm waiting here, I'm just sort of looking through my resources, seeing what I can build right now. Because there are so many options. It just keeps opening and opening as you find more resources. Because kind of like Minecraft, once you find a block, and like in Minecraft, you have that station where you can turn it into different stuff, and eventually you can turn it into bigger things. Well, here, you can take the wood, you can turn it into planks, which you can use to build crates and that kind of thing. So it does have a very Minecraft feel to it, in a very, very good way. And I think just that creation tool and the world always being random and the art style, for me, it just really clicks, and I just absolutely love what Klei has done here. And really, right now, this game is pretty much on I'll go ahead and show you my map here, just to give you a general idea of how big this map is. There's a lot of space to explore. And you slowly fill it in. So you just need to be careful of where you're going and be mindful of where your fire is and where your camp is. I'm going to go ahead and build that science machine real quick and just kind of give you an idea of more stuff I can build. And like I said, most of the time when I play this, you don't normally get the science machine this early, but this should help me out. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, now that it's a new day, I have a little bit more time to explore, so I'm just gonna look around and see what I can find here. Keep gathering resources along the way. And one thing I love about this game is how the landscape changes. I mean, you got deserts, and you have, you know, the basic land, sometimes run to a graveyard. And now, I know with the new expansion, I believe it's called Shipwreck, they're gonna let you sail, so you'll be able to go to more islands. Like, this game is going to expand like crazy. One really cool thing about this Xbox One version, pretty much on every version now, it's the Giant Edition. And what that does, I turned it off at the beginning if you saw, but what that does, it adds even more characters and just more customization to this game. So this game is continuing to grow. Now you can see all that water there. I've kind of hit the border for this area. So I'm going to kind of backtrack here and see what else I can find. Okay, I got my pickaxe here. I'm going to go ahead and start breaking some stone, getting some flint, and getting some other stuff. That's always helpful. As you get more tools, you'll be able to unlock more resources, which will, like I said before, continue to help you to build more things. My goal right now that I already have the science machine, I'm going to want to build a crate to keep more stuff in, because and eventually be able to build a backpack you can carry around with you, because right now all those inventory spaces at the bottom there, that's all I have. Once that's full, I can't carry anything else. I'm gonna have to pitch something or eat something to make more space. Now these big rocks, this is where you normally find gold. So you can see here I'm kind of picking up a lot of gold here, which is great. I think I lucked out on this one. So if you play this game, you might not have as much luck, but you know, hopefully. Oh, I broke my pickaxe. Let me build another one here. Keep on going. Now those seeds you find, you'll actually be able to use those for bait to catch the birds later. So some of this stuff you can use for multiple things, which is nice. And with this video, what I really wanted to do is just kind of give an introduction to the game, just kind of show you what it's all about. The first few days are kind of slow because it's mostly about gathering resources. But as time goes on, more creatures emerge, your resources start to dwindle, so you have to spread out, you're going to have to build camp. Eventually you can do all sorts of stuff. You can farm, you can do, I mean, it's just crazy. And the great thing about this game is when you get really far, when you get, you know, so many days out, you know, once you start hitting 10 days, you start hitting 20 days, I mean, once you grow out and more stuff attacks you, you have to expand, I mean, that's when the game really clicks. Looks like oh, there we go, build a fire pit, good, okay. For a second I was wondering if I wouldn't be able to build a fire. That would have been a problem, I would have died on my second night. But I guess while it's turning to night here, let me just remind you guys, I am with the Life of Gaming podcast. You can find us on iTunes. We're also on SoundCloud and the Microsoft MP3 store. You can also find us on Facebook. We're on Twitter at Life of Gaming Pod, which you can see up at the top there, hopefully. And then you can find me on Twitter at JamesPlus12. Make sure to check out the Life of Gaming podcast. We are a weekly podcast. We actually just ended our summer game series, so we did 10 episodes of that. We're about to head into a new fall series, so make sure to check that out. And I can't think of a better game to play in the fall than this. I mean, it just has that fall feel to it. One thing I like to do is I'm filling out the fire there. I check what he says so I know it's not getting too out of control. Because sometimes you may think it's too dim, and then you throw another log on, and then it totally gets out of control. And we don't want that to happen. We have a little more time before it's too dark here. Okay, what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to go ahead and stop here after the second night. But what I'm going to do, hopefully you guys enjoy this, I'm going to turn this into a series. Maybe put, 2 days or 2 nights into each video, and we'll see how far I can make it. So hopefully you guys stick around with me. If you have any comments or questions, make sure to leave them down in the comment section below, or hit us up on Facebook. We're pretty friendly guys, so make sure to check us out on there. As you can see here, I've got quite a bit of space to go over the next few days. Just to give you a general idea of the size of where I'm at right now and how little progress I've made in 2 days. Oh, crud, I forgot to eat. One thing I need to do, make sure I'm eating, make sure I have enough food. Because like you see that stomach meter, that little yellow meter in the little left circle there, you have to make sure you keep that up. Because if I don't, that could be a problem. Now, one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to roast the seeds. If you cook things over the fire, it does give you more health. So make sure to remember that as you play. One thing I'm definitely going to have to do is get some more food. Talking with you guys and playing along, I forgot all about my meters, and that's not a good thing. Okay guys, it is morning. Hopefully you've enjoyed this little Let's Play here. We'll turn it into a series and we'll see what you think. But until next time guys, I'm out.